Qualified immunity is a legal doctrine established by the U.S. Supreme Court which shields public officials from accountability for constitutional violations. When a civilian violates a person's legal rights, they can be held accountable for the injuries they've caused. Under qualified immunity, public officials, including police officers, are highly protected from liability for misconduct. In 2001, the Supreme Court determined that when considering the application of qualified immunity, courts must examine whether there was a constitutional violation and whether the violation was clearly established. For a violation to be clearly established, there needs to be a prior case holding the same specific context and particular conduct unconstitutional. If there was no precedent set, the officer would receive qualified immunity, but the law would be clearly established, therefore making any future conduct illegal. However, in 2009, the Supreme Court determined that it was unnecessary for lower courts to deal with the constitutional violation question. This allowed courts to regularly grant qualified immunity solely on the basis that the law was not clearly established. With qualified immunity, no precedent is established. With no precedent established, qualified immunity continues. This cycle solidified a legal barrier to police accountability, allowing harmful actions by an officer to be repeated without legal recourse. Not only do victims of brutality or harassment by law enforcement have almost no ability to hold officers accountable, but governments and municipalities are also not incentivized to correct their actions or policies. Qualified immunity threatens the integrity of justice for everyone, but particularly for Black and Indigenous people of color, who are most commonly at the expense of police misconduct. Black people in America are killed at a rate 3 times higher than white people, as well as harassed at much higher rates. Considering Black and Indigenous people of color are disproportionately targeted by the police, a law that shields officers from accountability for rights infringements will ultimately exacerbate the structural imbalance between law enforcement and Black and Indigenous people of color.